Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. I have a bit of a wish. I wish that taking responsibility was a more normal thing. I wish that blame would happen a lot less. I wish that fault wouldn't be found in other people, but instead found in ourselves, so that there was less hurt people hurting other people. For the sake of privacy, I won't go into too much detail, but I will say that I got a call earlier today from a person in tears, wondering if anybody liked them, if they were at fault, if they did a bad thing to hurt another person, simply because that other person said they did. I've learned a lot over my years of practicing, we'll call it personal development, self-awareness, therapy, all of this stuff. And one thing that sticks out in a situation like this is that it's hard to experience something without some level of letting it happen. It's hard to feel happy if you don't let happiness happen. It's hard to feel angry if you don't let the anger happen. If someone feels like they're being used, or they feel like they're being dragged on, it's because they allowed that to happen. They wanted something, and when they didn't get it and noticed that they have these feelings of pain, these feelings of discomfort, these feelings of betrayal almost, they blame it on everybody else. But that simply doesn't happen when boundaries are set. That doesn't happen when they're not just set, but they're enforced and they're followed. I wish in moments like this, when someone's hurt, they'd have the skills, they'd have the ability, or just the moment to say, hey, you know what? What role did I play? I really do try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I love to believe that people will change or people will behave differently. Yet unless something big happens, something that really becomes the catalyst of change, it's hard for us to change. It's hard for us to do something different. It's really easy for us to want something different. It's really easy for us to say that we'll change and we'll do whatever X, Y, Z that we haven't done before. But actually doing it and sticking with it requires a big push. It requires you to be able to change your life and willing to stick with it. Change your routine, change your desires, change your mindset. Change is really hard. A lot of people have trouble with it. I know you've had trouble with it. I know I have. For me, it takes these moments of revelation, these moments of extreme pain, extreme discomfort for me to actually decide enough is enough. I'm ready for something new. I know how hard it is for me, so I never trick myself into believing that it's easy for other people. You know, other people who may seem like they change often, or they seem like they have it on lock, usually just have a good source of energy to pull from. They have a good source of drive, of passion, knowing exactly why it is that they have to change. Most people don't have that. Most people wait for life to happen for them in a way that helps them change. Creating that is something entirely different. Creating that, knowing that, defining that in your own life actually becomes a superpower because of how few people do it. When I hear moments and situations like this, it pains me to hear things like this, to see situations where someone is hurting. But one thing it does for me is it reminds me to double, if not triple down, on being this example of self-awareness, a different perspective, of embracing change. I'm not perfect. Neither is the person that's hurt. Neither is the person that called me. We've all made mistakes. We've all made decisions, most likely with the best intentions, just unfortunate results. We're not bad people. The argument could be made that we're also not good people. We're just people who do bad and good things. Instead of putting a label on ourselves and shaming and guilting ourselves whenever we don't match that label, we could instead give ourselves grace, give ourselves appreciation and understanding and the ability to learn. If we chastise ourselves and other people for all the mistakes that we made, we would avoid them at all cost and therefore lose out on all the opportunities that they grant to learn, to change, to grow. That's actually what happens very often nowadays. People are afraid to make mistakes. They're afraid to do something wrong, to seem wrong in front of their friends, their families, on social media. Heck, I know I've had that fear before. I've had that fear about, say, approaching a girl at the gym because of all of this content out there about the creepy guy that approaches girls wherever, right? But it always seems to be at the gym. I've had this fear of making a mistake, and I've missed out because of it. When I speak, I'm speaking from a place of experience, from a place of knowledge, from a place of knowing what it's like to be there. I know what it's like to hurt other people when I'm hurt. I know what it's like to think that I'm all wrong, that no one likes me, no one wants to be around me. I know what it feels like to genuinely believe it might be better for me to just disappear for a while. And I want you to know that it's not true. The world wouldn't be better if you just disappeared. The world would be better if you learned and you grew, and then you helped other people do the same. The world would be a better place if you were an example of change, of wanting better. You do matter. There are many people out there who would love you if you just showed your true self and went out and found these people. Sometimes we're just not around the right people. Sometimes we are around the right people. We just make the wrong decisions that turn out to be mistakes. At the end of the day, I want you to remember that you matter, that no mistake and no achievement defines you, because every day we get up and we make new choices. Every day we have a life filled with opportunity. What are you going to choose to do? Who are you going to choose to help? How are you going to take a moment to fill your own cup, protect your own peace, make sure you are getting your needs met so that you don't rely on other people to do that for you and you don't get hurt when they don't? I like you just the way you are. I like you for wanting something different, something you don't currently have. And I like you for whatever you have to do to have better in the world. This episode goes out to all my friends out there, all the strangers waiting to be friends, who feel like they're not enough, who feel like they've done everything wrong, who wonder, would it be better to just not be around? I want you to know that I love you. I love you. My heart goes out to you. I want what's best for you. And I know that a lot of good times are coming your way, as long as you're open to them, as long as you accept them, and know that you deserve them, because you do. And if you need a friend, stick around. I'll be here for you when times get tough. And when it seems like I'm not around, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I'll always look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.